Hey everyone. I just wanted to give a quick update on what we did yesterday. Yesterday morning was a really inspiring day. We went up to the mountains up in Juntas with a group of doctors called the Rogue United, which is in Juntas is in the south central part of the island. We wanted to see things firsthand, especially some distribution. So the day before, I wasn't there, but Natalia had been with a couple other folks and done some recon. We were there with a guy named Juan Diego. He was part of that recon crew. He's a friend of the organizer, Alfredo. He's a baseball player, but him and Alfredo have been working on this from kind of day one when Alfredo got this idea. So one of the first people we met was a 98-year-old woman, very clear of her mind. She had a coffee farm. I guess the day before when they saw her, she was clearing out everything with a machete. The doctors checked on her, gave her some water, some medications, and some filters because she was drinking water out of the mountain or off of her roof. So they, left her with some things that would help her be able to drink it more cleanly. She is a coffee bean farmer. She lost everything, but she collected what she could. So then we drove on. A mountain had slid into an old man's house. It was one of the most impactful things I've ever seen in my life, to see mud go through a cement house. And this man is living pretty much in his kitchen. At the time that we were there, the military was actually cleaning out the roads. They were actually trying to push out that mud and that landslide. So, again, they had just cleared that out. His Jeep was still stuck in the garage. Again, they checked on him. You know what this guy needed the most? Was a hug. It was something really impactful to see. The son of the guys whose house was destroyed is also trying to regenerate his farm, so he showed us some of his clippings and things that he was doing to kind of get ready for a crop. Essentially, they had 5 chickens in their backyard, and they killed one of those chickens and cooked it up for soup for the military to thank them for doing the work they were doing. When we moved on up and we found a house where this guy lost pretty much everything. You can see his daughter's room that was completely roof left, and that's just been a flooded house. What they needed the most was some clothes for those girls, some water and food. But even with all of that, they really don't want a lot. They just want the basics. The last house we went up to was a cancer patient. She was up at the very last house that you can get to. This is a family that lives kind of in a little home next to her, their mother, and I didn't go in there, but the doctors went in and checked on her. She apparently had a stomach virus or something going on at the moment, so they checked in on her, gave her some medications, got her stabilized, and also provided them with some basic supplies that they had on hand. So another group that was joined along was Doctoras, Boriquas, and this is an organization that just sends doctors from all over the United States. And we had one of them in the van. It was Luisa. So that group is also doing great work, and I wanted to make sure I made a shout out to them. But lastly, I just wanted to give a really special thanks to Alfredo for having the vision and taking action that is really impacting lives today.
In this crisis, nobody can be left over, and these people that have been forgotten is our job, our task. We go where nobody goes, and this is our mission. My name is Dr. Alfredo Ayala. I recently created this group, a non-profit organization named the Rogue United. This organization is a grassroots independent collective that is creating a way to respond to any other natural disaster that will touch Puerto Rican ground or the Caribbean. What we want to do is creating such a specialized group that can count on doctors, ER physicians, influencers, common people, developers, so we can be a response, an independent community response for any other disasters to come. Yesterday, Friday, we sent a recon team that we do have for every mission, and they come and they take information from single barrios, like what are the real needs, how to get there, what's the best way, what we need to bring to attend the other communities surrounding the specific places we want to come. When we came here on Saturday today, with everything by name, by residents, by community, so we specifically impact these communities by family, by their specific needs, and this is how we are going to keep working on every mission throughout the hurricane relief and all the humanitarian work that needs to be done in Puerto Rico.